Hi there again. Hey, this is Rick Harris. Tangibility. Boy, that's a big one for us. That was a big one for me. Tangibility is seeing it, feeling it, totally understanding. I understand it, but there's more to it. I want to start off with, Ollie, thank you. What you created inspired me. I saw your box. It made it simple. It also made it easier to travel around. This box here will go to my sister. That will be the first one once it's conditioned, and I can get it all set nice and firm for her. But I wanted to make it very visible so everyone can see how this thing is put together. It's simple. It's not difficult. I'm I'm just a framer. I build buildings. This is a little intricate, but like I said, it's very simple. So let me run you through how I did it. So what you can see is down, I have taken this right here, and I just used Romex, and I covered it in a cover, so it's all 14 gauge. Put it into a splitter, going through a meter. So once this box, it comes into the meter, and in the United States, our neutral is white, and our hot is black. But in this aspect, I changed it to red. So you can see that our hot lead is red, and I changed our neutral lead to black. So just to clarify that, normally it should be black and white, but I've switched it so it's more clear. So as the power comes in, you can see it's red, and it comes into the back of a 15 amp breaker. And these are the breakers that just normally go into your power panel in the garage, or where you can reset it if the breakers get popped. Just a little protectant to make sure that everything was protected. So looking on this side, there's the outside of our breaker, and there is our load outlet. So that is our load. So that's where the power comes out of the unit. So back to our red line. So let me get it turned around so you can see this. So when it comes through the breaker, then that lead, I've ran it along the line here, and you can see it right here, right along here. Okay. As it comes up, we have our set of capacitors that slave across neutral to positive. This is the black neutral line going back to our grid, and we have our positive side of the capacitors slaving onto the neutral. The negative side of the capacitors are slaving onto the power side. As it comes through the box and it starts to enter the number one coil, you see it coming across the top, going down. That loop right there is the positive side of my capacitors. So you see it's the coil is the positive loop on that capacitor, and it's slaving onto that main line coming in. As it comes around, it's feeding our number one coil down at the bottom. It's down right in there. It runs through our coils, which are coils. I want to point out that my coils are 8 centimeters across, so my stacks are 4 millimeters apart from each other, which would put our coils at halfway in the 2 outer banks of that center coil. In the center, I went down, actually, I bought these at a local fishing store, and it's just an 1.25 inch bobber that I drilled the top out, and I filled that with a mixture of GANs, the same GANs that I coated my coils in. As it leaves, and the power leaves the coil through the top coil and heads through, You can see this winding right here. That's where it runs through the coil and heads back to load. You see that red line? Well, that load goes right into the back of the outlet that we have mounted on the outside. But also, what you're going to see is that bank of capacitors that is jumping on the load side of the coil back to the positive side. It jumps across that positive wire. And I'm still learning about this. I'm like Mr. Keshe says, I'm monkey see, monkey do. I can do it, but I am learning more. And I recommend everyone learn as much as you can. This is something pretty cool. So, tangibility. Does it work? Yeah, I'm convinced. Um, I see 30%, but until we are able to cascade this, we'll see what we can achieve. But the power is just one part of it. There's so much more to this. So, hope it sparks more interest, makes it easier for people to understand it. It's a simple thing. It's just playing around with wires. But I'll tell you, the logs and all of the readings that you take to give you the tangibility that it works. Well, I'll tell you, if it powers something up when you plug into it, it works. Because what we've done to that coil in our reality, you have a brick. There's nothing there. There's no copper there anymore if you start doing tests on it. So this is definitely significant. Hey, peace. And again, when it comes down to it, tangibility, I guess if that's what we need, we do need it. I needed it, and now I'm convinced. Hopefully you guys are too. Thanks. Peace, everybody. Bye.